These is British Queen potatoes, and I hope to be digging these in about 3 weeks' time, around the 20th of July. 2 years ago I started the 12th of July, but always around the 20th of July I hope to start digging. And they're looking very well this year with the rain. This time last year, if you had seen them, they were a little old dying looking crop, and there was only a blossom here and there, and there was only a stalk here and there. But this year, as you see yourself there, they're a full crop, they're in full bloom, well, near enough full bloom now, and I'd say the crop is going to be very good. Last year the crop done 3 tonnes an acre. I'd say this year the crop could do 7 or 8 tonnes an acre. Down the country now where they're digging, they're doing 8 tonnes an acre. So they are looking very good this year, and I hope they'll be digging now in about 3 weeks' time. But again, I'm digging, the price will have fell. Price is good now. If I were now for a little small bag, but again, I'm digging, they'll probably be paying 3 or 3.50 or €4 because everyone will be digging. And when everyone starts digging, you know yourself, it gets plentier and it gets cheaper. But they are looking very good this year now. So, and another year, there'll be half of them could be gone yellow with blackleg. There's very little blackleg in them this year because the drought is a big fallback on blackleg. If potatoes is under stress and trying to grow, they get this blackleg. It's a thing called blackleg, and the stalk just dies away. But you see, this year they weren't under stress because they got lots of rain, and that's why they're looking so good and healthy. So that's all I can tell you about the queens.
And tell me about those ones you got there.
There's 3 I have in my hand now. Them is the ones I'm talking about. That's down from Wexford. There's a woman up at the mark selling them there. They're covered with plastic, and she was digging them 3 weeks ago, and she'll be done digging them now in a week's time, and she'll be digging the ones that's not covered. And that's why they're able to dig a month before us, because they're covered with the plastic, and that's the difference. If mine will be only little small skrills there now, and you can see the size of them is good, fine, good big potatoes. And the plastic makes all the difference. But then you see they're near the sea, they don't get any frost. Well, we get the frost up here. So that's why they can dig earlier then. So that's the difference in the potatoes. But I'd be very happy with them now, because them is very good looking crop. They're in full bloom, as you can see yourself.
And is this all you have, or many potatoes would you?
Oh no, I have another 7 acres in Ballinge. These is the queens, British queens. You're better to keep the British queens away from the main crop. The main crop is Kerris Pink and Rooster. But the British queen is inclined to draw blight. No matter how much you spray them, they still could get blight. So you're better to keep the British queen away from the main crop if you can, because the main crop is not as inclined to get blight, you see, the pink or the Rooster. So that's why I'd rather keep the queen away from, which I have this year. I have queens away from. Normally, I'd have to sow them all together because I've no land. But this year I was able to sow the queens here, so that'd make a bit of difference, hopefully, with blight. Now, the like of that thunder this morning there now, that had draw blight. We had thunder there, as you heard this morning there, 6 o'clock. It was probably lightning away because there's never thunder without lightning, but see, it's the lightning draws the blight. But I only sprayed them yesterday now, so they're safe enough. You can actually see the spray on them. You see them leaves there with the yellow on them. You might be able to see it now on the camera. That's the blight spray. That keeps them getting the blight. So that's all I can tell you about them, really. Well, I'll take out 2 drills over there. We'll pick them on our knees, just to make room for the harvester. Because the harvester's a big old wide. Actually, you can come in whenever you see the harvester here, whenever we're at him. You can come back in and get a photograph of the harvester. But you see, we take out 2 drills over there on our knees, turn them out and pick them on our knees, just to make room for the harvester, and then we'll take the rest of them out with the harvester. I'll have to cut the tops on them now before I take them out, because the harvester wouldn't be able to manage all them tops. There's too much tops on them. So when I yoked, I just chop the tops off with, and then I come on with the harvester and take it out. Because you won't get anyone now. Years ago we used to pick them all on our knees, but now you won't get help to do that. You wouldn't hardly get someone standing harvester now to pick out a stone. I thought I'd pick the potatoes off the ground. I remember back 30 years ago, I wouldn't have room in 2 trailers going to the field. I had 45 chaps. I used to pay him by the half-ton bag. And every time you had a bag full, I'd take it up and I'd give you a ticket. And if you had 5 tickets a day or you had 10 tickets a day, you got €6 a bag, whichever many tickets you had. And if your last bag in Devon was only half full, I'd just write half on one ticket, just with a pen. And I'd pay you for 5.5 then. If you had 5.5 bags, you paid for 5.5 bags. But now you wouldn't get one to stand in the harvest and not talk of 45 chaps to pick them. That's the way it has changed. Maybe it has changed for the good then, I don't know. That's the crack now.